continuing to kind of go through here, I'm going to spend a couple minutes just demoing a few of the apps that you might not have seen. Okay, so one of the things, actually, I'll jump back to blog post for a second here. Let me just pin this so I don't have to keep opening it. So the slug field, super basic field, but it's really nice. This is actually part of our Power Fields app, which is really nice. It brings you the slug. It brings you the markdown field. So it gives you 3 extra fields. So you can see the markdown field, which is essentially, it looks like a rich text editor, but it's specifically for markdown. So I love markdown. So if you understand markdown syntax, which is more of a developer thing, then you can go ahead and use that. Not too many folks have started using this, but we wanted to make it available. A few folks asked for it, and there it is. You'll also notice that the save button is the save and close and save and new are back. So if you're creating a lot of items, save and new, I love save and new. Oh my gosh. You know, save and new, if you want to basically create a whole bunch of items and just stay within this area, it's super useful to have, okay? All right, so we've got the markdown field, we've got the slug field, and the other one is the block editor. Is also part of this. So the block editor, I think, is probably one of my favorite fields. Brings a ton of functionality, brings like drag and drop for images. Do I have a screenshot here? Let's just drag a screenshot into there. So this is nice if you want to provide more of a WYSIWYG type of editor experience where you don't want your content editors and the authors to be able to do like too much WYSIWYG stuff. So you still, and it's still, all of this is saved as JSON. And incidentally, the Agility documentation site, so agilitysms.com/docs, is built, all of the content in here is built using that editor. So it's really nice, it makes it really easy for us to sort of, in this case, for us to kind of build these things. We were able to build this side structure based on the structure that was sort of built into there. Anytime someone creates a header, and you can sort of tune how things work, allows you to put different blocks in. So it's a really nice editor. This functionality is from something called editor.js.io, I think. It's a really nice editor. We're going to be doing more stuff on this. Cloudinary, if you're using Cloudinary as a DAM, really easy to use that. So there's basically an image and a video field you can use for that. Pretty sweet. BigCommerce. So we have BigCommerce plugin that basically allows you to create, essentially link commerce products with your content. I will say we'll be doing a commerce tools version of this one. Will probably be our next one that we do as a first party. To do that. So it allows you to kind of like remove products. So you have like the ability to browse and select products as well, which is pretty cool. And it'll show you a listing of all the products that you have. So if you're doing e-commerce, that's a nice one. So a bunch of form providers. So FormStack is one of the ones that we looked at. So this was one where we had a private app and we've created the public version of that. So if you're using FormStack, highly recommend this. Essentially what we're doing is saving the form ID and a few other bits of information back onto your content. Google Translate, by the way, you'll see it is a sidebar app now. So essentially any text fields that you have on your content, when you have the Google Translate app installed, they will show up here and allow you to translate them. Obviously, there's no text field onto here that I can translate. Let's actually look at a blog post. And so, yeah, you can see here, it's really nice. It remembered what tab I was on inside the content. So when you're doing a lot of translation, remembering it is actually really nice. So I can basically translate anything that it's a text field, even hidden text fields that and I might not want to translate my category ID text field, but I certainly might want to do my blog content to translate that if I found that it wasn't in the right language. Okay, and if you have multiple languages, then this is really useful. We'll be doing a lot more work on the Google Translate app moving forward as well. HubSpot's another one. So if you have HubSpot, creating HubSpot forms is really easy. So we actually use this one ourselves on our own website because we use HubSpot. So it's pretty sweet. Allows you to basically create forms inside HubSpot. You can add them from here. And if you have them selected, you can edit them directly from here too, and it'll jump you into the HubSpot. It doesn't edit them in line. It opens them up in a new window, but that's pretty sweet. Typeform is another one. So another essentially way that you can work with external forms. So we want any form provider to work. If you have a different form provider that you like to work with, please let us know. These are the kinds of things that are really useful in a composable system. And again, lots more coming down the pipe. I already demoed the Google Analytics one, which will be adding more analytics type things into there as well. It only has this single dashboard as well. What we're looking to add into Google Analytics is the ability to just to have a few more different reports that you can show, potentially in the reports section, but also in the pages area, to have it show up and show you analytics for a particular page. So it'll be nice to be able to say, hey, what are the analytics just for this page? So that's one of the things that's coming in Google Analytics. And again, happy to answer any questions on apps. Lots more stuff coming there.